Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Vaishnavi Vaiti from Kirin Advisors. Welcome to the virtual roadshow of Optivalue Consulting Limited. Today, we will provide a brief overview of the company and its innovative business model. Optivalue Tech Consulting Limited provides IT consulting and services with expertise in system implementation, cloud solutions, enterprise application development, data automation, API management, telecom business support systems, operational support systems, data DevOps, and site reliability engineering and AI-powered IT solutions. From management team, we have Mr. Ashish Kumar, Managing Director. Good afternoon, Ashish sir. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much for hosting us here.
We also have Mr. Agni Jha, Whole-time Director.
Thank you,
Good afternoon,
Vaishnavi. Very
ma'am.
good afternoon.
Welcome. Mr. Sudhir Kumar Sahani, Chief Financial Officer. Good afternoon, Sudhir
Thank you
sir.
for hosting.
From Share India Capital Services Private Limited, we have Mr. Kunal Bansal, Vice President.
Hi,
Good
good
afternoon,
afternoon.
Kunal sir.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for inviting on the IPO meet of Optivalue Tech.
Now I hand over to Ragini ma'am to tell us the journey of the company. Over to you, ma'am. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'll start the journey by talking about our company, Optivalue Tech. We started this company over a decade ago, and we are an IT company. So, in the early years, our primary focus was on building credibility for the company, and we thought of working out our ways on generating capital. In the beginning, when we came and as an entrepreneur in this industry, we saw there are gaps between the resources, as in the talent pool, and the complex projects. That is where we thought of positioning ourselves. And with the support of our skilled and experienced consultants, we started bridging those gaps. And thankfully, because of the talent pool that we had, we managed to work with most of the large system integrators. And from there, we evolved slowly into delivering complete end-to-end solutions. Now, if I talk about our success journey, we have successfully executed projects all across various geographies, where we did both on-site and offshore projects. And now, going forward, we have consolidated our operations in India, but we still continue to serve our international clients from here. As our client base extended, we significantly increased our workforce and also onboarded a network of trusted vendors. We increased our client base as well as we increased our technical skill set pool. So if we have constantly retained our loyal clients who have given us the repeat projects, and we take pride in executing our most of the projects exceptionally well. So if I talk about where do we see ourselves right now, so we can say that we are in a mid-range company where we are not where our strength lies, and that we are not very lies in that we are big enough where we can deliver large projects, but yet we are small enough that we care about our clients. We are very agile, and we are not a process heavy organization. We try to build our expertise around our technology, the key skill sets that we have, and our focus has always remained on our clients. So this is how we have operated all these years, and we take immense pride in this, that we have earned a good name. And as you say, success always doesn't follow the most talented people. It also follows people who never give up. So we are the people who have talent as well, who has never given up in this journey. Now, I would like to Ashish to take forward this presentation for all of you.
Yeah.
Ma'am, can we
Thank
first
you.
play the AV and then we can start with the presentation?
All right.
Right.
In today's world,
Thank you.
So,
technology
yeah, thank you.
drives progress. At Optivalue Tech Consulting Limited, we create the digital solutions that help businesses move forward with confidence. For over a decade, we have delivered IT services across industries, from telecom to banking, retail to energy. Our expertise spans enterprise applications, cloud solutions, data engineering, and digital transformation. Guided by our Managing Director, Ashish Kumar, and supported by a skilled workforce of dedicated professionals, we partner with clients to design smarter, faster, and more secure systems. Whether it's integrating complex software, enabling cloud migration, or applying AI and data science, our goal remains the same: empowering businesses to grow in a digital-first world. Optivalue Tech Consulting Limited, powered by people, trusted for technology, shaping a smarter tomorrow.
Thank you. Now we will start with the company presentation.
Yeah. So, Ragni, are you going to cover this, or should I?
Yes. So, as I've already spoken, that at OptiValue Tech, are we are very particular about quality of our IT solutions. So here in our organization, we have handled many end-to-end projects for our clients, which are system integrators, and also we have taken it at an individual capacity also. So we are backed up by our full-term employees. We have also a good workforce of contractual employees to add to the workforce. If I talk about the projects that we have taken up in the initial days, our expertise lied in the telecom OSS BSS domain, and we have handled many projects successfully. And slowly we moved to various geographies where our existing clients offered us different projects, and also the new clients came through our way. If I talk about in general, if you see our the company, if you see at a glance what all products that we have done and what is our expertise, we have done into enterprise application integration, API management, core banking application, data engineering, DevOps, site reliability, and cloud solutions. So, our company has a rich experience in technical solution handling. Like if you see our promoter, Ashish Kumar, he has a very strong technical background. So it's very rare where a company like this, who ventures into IT, has a leadership who himself is so technically strong. So that way, the clients, they are very inclined to working with us, where they find it very easy to communicate and share their this projects with us. So that way, I think it is we have an advantage over other companies of the similar landscape. Next.
Okay.
Now, Ashish would like to talk about the core strength.
Right. So, okay. Thanks, Ragni, for articulating it so well. Our journey. So it has been enriching experience. So me and Ragni were like started from the very beginning. We are the co-founders. Coming to my background, I started my journey as an IT consultant. I am a master of computer application from University of Delhi. So I'm a hardcore technical person. When I started this journey, I already before that I worked with many MNCs, and also mentored many startups before I plunged into this part. Um, and my individual background, IT background, was also from the data integration side. So when we say data, of course, the how the data is integrated across applications. They are sitting on different, in a big enterprise, they'll be sitting in across more than 50 or 100 applications in a different format. So the transmitting the data across so that they can understand the same format, and hosting it one place. So that was the initial part, like that was my initial strength, when actually, so that was the one of the core strength area where we built this company on. Of course, in the industries has changed, the tools and technologies has changed into this area. So we have also evolved or taken up the new tools and new practices and everything. So coming back to the some of the core technical expertise is concerned, So we are very good with the integration domain as such, the real time and the batch integration and the big data integration. And so we have assisted customers to make sense of the data. How, like for example, if you are a telco customer and you want to know about your billing date or monthly billing or what is outstanding or anything of that sort, that so that information is presented to you, but on the background there are a lot of processing which happens. So this particular, to get you the entire data view of yours, there are like this information has to be fetched across multiple applications, and then it has to be presented in a format which is understood by the consumer. So the entire portfolio is handled by the real-time integration. How it happens for a typical banking application, it could be that once you retrieve amount or you are doing a balance check, the information is actually routed through multiple things. First, you have to your portfolio is checked, and whether you are existing customer and what is your a lot of things are checked, and this information is passed across multiple application, and then the data is presented. So this particular layer I called is application integration. So we are very strong in it. The next dimension on top of it is more on the business process management, which is again how um, how these applications talk to each other and create a process, the entire business process. So that is entire automation of the process, which we are very strong at. How these APIs are exposed. So I call that an API management layer. So of course, there are many dimensions to it: the API portal, gateway development, and developers. So how this API is exposed to the consumer is very important, because you only want to show the data which he is interested in. He's not interested in like XYZ. So this entire domain is pretty huge and for a large customers. These are one of the niche domains where person can work on. Then we have expertise with the core banking application. So we have worked with many banks wherein we have implemented integration solutions, the banking applications. We have also very good team who are expert in the cloud, suggesting the solutions for the cloud, on-prem to cloud migration, or which cloud platform to adopt to. The doing the entire architecture. We have also handled the end-to-end implementations, where there is a big role of the DevOps, how the code is deployed across environments, how many environments, the entire layout of those environments, and all those things have brought immense value to the customer as such. And then the data engineering, data science is something which we have started our journey in 2.5 years back. We have always been doing associated with the data and the data analytics part of it, but 2.5 years back we also started like our data science practice with the advent of the new AI tools and everything. Of course, so that's where the industry is progressing. So we didn't want to be step behind, and of course, so we are focusing a lot over there in that space, and we are unlocking new opportunities in that area. Next slide, please. Right. So, um, in terms of the business model, it's pretty simple. I mean, we basically engage into two models with the customer. It could be a project based scoping, wherein we reach to the customer, understand their requirements, understand their scope. Based on that, we assess the deliverables and how much time is going to take. We put the proposal across. Once it is accepted, we start the implementation. Now we have our team has experience working on the entire end-to-end solution. So right from choosing the tool sets, choosing the cloud systems, choosing the infrastructure what needs to be hosted on, doing the entire capacity planning, doing the entire architecture work, then going towards the designing of the entire solution, then implementing it, testing the solution, and then also making sure that it is live, and supporting the customer even after the live journey. Um, Then we have been also been working on a time and material basis. So over a decade, uh, um, we are a more than a decade old company. We have very strong manpower, skilled manpower. Apart from that, we have also a very good network of resources, very highly technical consultants. We have also been worked, from the very beginning. So the client also comes out to us and then say that okay, for executing their projects, they need a strong skill set like us. So we also basically work operate on the time and material model. It could be a daily rates, weekly hourly rates, or monthly rates. Um, as far as the business process is concerned, we are working into from the entire spectrum, right from the requirements to the design and then the testing, then making sure it is live. So we have handled the entire spectrum of the implementation as such. Um, Next slide, please. Yeah. So these are the some of the core, I would say, the segments, the technology segments which where we are working on. And over the years we have worked in a time material model as well as implemented the end-to-end projects. And many of the complex projects, when we are talking about a digital transformation journey, the entire area, the entire segment sometimes are used, the all the entire technology landscape as such. We are we are a technology company, but we have over the years worked with many telcos to implement their BSS and OSS solutions. So for a telecom, the entire application implementation digital transformation journey is part of the BSS and OSS landscape. BSS stands for business support system. Operational OSS is for operational support system. These two components come together and handle the entire business of any telco. So right, so when if talk about any major telco, when the customer goes in there, then he's basically looking at all the product plans, purchase product plans. Then he's basically looking at what to buy and everything. So, and once that the once he purchases it, then it's his billing is registered, his customer information is set up, his network or the numbers or whatever plans he's taking, the broadband, Wi-Fi, whatever is basically getting activated on the network. And then of course there is a billing cycle and everything. So if you look at the entire portfolio, this is like what the entire the telco business is stands for. So now this entire BSS OSD domain consists of many applications which needs to be implemented. It's the entire digital transformation. So when I say that, there are many applications which come together and make that flow. For example, you have to have the product information system where it is containing all the catalog. Would have the billing support, billing information system wherein it will be containing the customer data and what products he's buying and he has bought, and the what is the billing cycle and everything. Also making sure the billing happens properly. Then there is CRM part of it where his the customer data, the 360 of the data view of his is stored. Then of course, then on the network side, then there are applications who are handling the SIM information system. Then it has to be activated, and then the core part, which is the integration, which basically the hub through which all these systems communicate, is part of the enterprise application integration perspective. Very strong in it. Especially we have implemented the entire landscape using Oracle technology. Also, we have worked with Huawei, Ericsson, and other tool sets as such. Um, we have also worked in a core banking side, so wherein we had created the BPM layer for some of the banks sites. For example, the loan processing application. How does it work? Like how the entire loan application processes. Of course, that part. Then the any the processing, the end-to-end processing which happens in the bank. There are many complex processes which needs a lot a complex architecture and complex implementation part of it. So we are strong there. We have a very, as I mentioned, we have a very strong team on the DevOps side. It is important for your the code which is developed for a typical large enterprise, it needs to be secured, it needs to be versioned, you need to make sure that no one is overwriting each other's code. So there are certain processes. It has to be deployed in a seamless manner and very in a quick manner and agile manner, and then all these the support should happen. So there are many things which, like when I talk about DevOps and SRE, I mean, of course, this is just one word, but there are a lot of practices and a lot of implementation which goes, on the back end. So we have done that. So let's next slide, please. Yeah. Okay. And then I already talked enough on the application and process integration. So we're a very strong team on the API layer, and how the data is transmitted across system. It needs to be aggregated, enriched, and both in the real time and batch domain. We have a very strong team on the data engineering side, the transmission of the big data, how the data is stored, how it is transformed, all these big data solutions, very strong there. Cloud solutions, I already mentioned about it. We have also an in-house team for the enterprise application development. It could be a web app, it could be a mobile app, or any other custom app which needs to be delivered for the customer. And then more than 2 years back, we also started our journey onto the data science and AI. We have been very strong in data anyway from the very beginning, and of course this was an evolution from that perspective as such. um, yeah, this completes our tech offerings as such. And as we mentioned that we are a technology company, so we are also work with healthcare, be it healthcare, or be it banking client, be it telecom client, be it retail, be it high tech, or any other stream of customer. Yeah, please next slide. Yeah, so I would say that some of the competitive strength we have. So first of all, we are a stable company. We are more than a decade old, and we have been in industry. We have over the period of time, we have created a large customer base. We have also proud to have a large network of excellent resources into the area which we focus on. Where and some of the our engineers which started our journey from very beginning, some of the core engineers are still part of it, so they have placed the trust on us. Apart from then, also we have been onboarding excellent uh, uh, new team as well. um, Another strength which we have is basically our experience to implement the entire digital transformation journey. So not only talking about one particular part, or let's say just the design or development, the entire spectrum from the very beginning to the end, and making sure the system is live in a reliable manner. It is giving the result to the customer, and then supporting it for certain time, and so that is what we have. And another strength I would like to highlight is that we are of course very skilled in our technical portfolio as such, but we combine that with the domain experience. Just because while you work on a different telco, banking, healthcare, or those customers, our consultants gain more of the domains expertise as well. So we are not business experts as such, but we have right kind of knowledge, so that at least we understand that industry better, and we are be able to implement that solution in a reliable way. um, we have been also evolving. So in a decade, like of course some of the tools and technologies or product which we worked in the beginning has changed. So we have evolved. We have also cross trained our people onto the new areas and the new tool sets. That we had that ability because we were strong in a domain or skills which we claim of. So of course, it's rather easier to train them onto the new side, new technology as such. Promoters. So we, like me and Ragni, had founded this company So I now have 20 plus years of IT experience. So I focus on mostly on the technology side, and basically look after the customer acquisitions, customer satisfaction. And Ragni is basically MBA, so she has 16 plus years of experience, and she's looking at the finance and operation side. So I would say that together we basically have the capability to entirely manage this company. This is, we complement each other, and then of course what we believe is in the quality, and what we believe is in the customer satisfaction. So we just don't want to take n number of projects and do the job badly. We basically choose the projects, choose the number of customers, and because of that, uh, the, so customers who have been working with us and they have been associated with us long time. Of course we are getting new customers, but so like no one has left us. So that is of course they any when they start a new project, they come back to us, share the requirements, and if we show the capability, then we get it. Then we also rely on our full-time employees, but then we also have built a network of our vendors who have also excellent employee base. So to execute the projects, we rely on our core part, who are basically managing it, providing a tech leadership, but then also taking the resources from our vendors or on the contractual basis, so that the project is executed in a timely fashion, again having the entire governance layer from our side. So we are flexible in that sense, that I mean, the important point is to implement the project reliably, and within the timeline and with a good quality. Now the talent pool, we are open where it can come from. It can come from vendor, it can come as a contractor, or it can be our in-house permanent employees. So in that, we are very flexible in that perspective. As we focus on acquiring new customers, we are also focusing on acquiring excellent vendors also. I would say that some of the juniors who have worked with us from long time, they also started, and they also helping us. So that is the also what we are trying to do. So these are the some of the I would say the strength which we have developed over the period of time. And I would say just the start. Of course, we are now there is a big, we are going to build on this solid foundation. Yeah, that's on this side. If we move ahead. Right. So uh, when we started like our AI practice a couple of years back, especially 3 years back precisely. Um, and before that also, as I mentioned, we have been strong with the data. We were always doing data analytics and everything. And then we started using advanced tools to implement analytic solutions for our customers. But the format of that was more onto the text side. So basically analyzing the information spread across multiple applications or in silos, and making sure we provide a 360 view of data, or we provide a analytics dashboard of it. Um, so that we have been always doing. But recently, what we also found is that apart from the text and the voice, there is a lot of requirement to implement a video analytics and image analytics system as well. And we this requirement, when I was talking to some of the UAV clients and drone clients, and also when we are talking to the government providers, what we realize is those are some of the devices capturing huge set of data, but how to make sense of the data was a big challenge. We had already started this journey, but we are going to basically implement more and more number of solutions and use cases on top of it. So for example, if I give you an example, for a drone which is used for the surveillance of the platform, and they're doing managed for the crowd surveillance, that is capturing the data. But then whether there is a object or suspicious object within the crowd, or there is a crowd behavior which may be a threatening for the security staffs, or there are some elements in this crowd as such. So that requires a real-time processing of that videos and images which are captured. Uh, so um, so that we have done already some certain work, and our analytic solutions were deployed in many places, and then we also working on with the central railways to implement a solution to automatically inspect any defects or any wagons using the images or videos captured from the camera. So we are basically going to do a lot of work there. We have already started that journey, and the entire use case itself is a huge. It can be used for the industrial inspection. It can be used by the drone. It can be used by the cameras. So we have basically big plans over there in this side, apart from of course our service business which we are doing. Next slide. Yeah. So I mean, it's just highlighting the different use cases where this type of solution can be very handy. So it can be used in the disaster zone, wherein to see if there are objects which are stuck there. It can also be uh, uh, it should also can also be predict the crowd behavior, or used by the any emergency situations. It can also be used by the surveys, the zone mapping. It can be used by the power plants. It could be power distribution companies. The use cases are immense. I mean, I've just been trying to highlight some of them. But yes, I mean, as you can see, but the core engine, what I'm trying to highlight is the same, because at the heart of it, you need a robust AI framework through which you are able to process images, videos, and objects in a real time, near real time, and give a valuable data set well before the incident happens. So it's more like a predictive maintenance, predictive analysis kind of setup. So that's on this slide. Um, Go ahead. Yeah. Yeah, so this slide is on the business strategies, what we are trying to do. So as I mentioned, we are trying to develop the advanced software solutions which can be used by many industries. It can be a surveillance system, it can be locomotives, drones, cameras, everything. Also, the focus would be setting up these command centers, so that the data which is coming from wide sources are are providing a unified view, and of course, in terms of integration. So this is also a means of integration which I highlighted. We had done from very beginning. We are very strong there anyway, but these are the new use cases, or uh, you know new use cases which are being unearthed. We'll be basically following that. Um, then, of course, the focus would be to acquire new customers, basically look for end-to-end implementations, expand our geographical reach, also setting up a couple of more offices here. Um, Continue to not doing anything different, continue to doing providing customer centric services, care about the customer, and care on the technology, care on our manpower, and that is what we have been doing, and we will be continuing to doing it. And we'll be also basically would be in a position to take certain more scale of the projects which we had not taken earlier, the bigger projects with all these strategies which are there. So we'll basically focus on our service business, but we also focus on some of the accelerators, tools, products, which give us more impetus to grow faster. Yeah. Move further, please. So right, I mean, as I mentioned, we are more than a decade company, but earlier we were doing the project in on-site offshore model, and initially it was basically to build the capital. We are bootstrap company, so to build certain capital and to build certain credibility from the customer. So the initial few years were there. Our growth has come mostly in last 4 5 years, where we focused our operations from India. We have been working from here, and that has been showing that we have been on constant growth path. We have been growing year on year. We are also at the same time our top line is increasing. Also, we are maintaining our profitability. We are in fact increasing it, and we are confident that further next few years will be more fantastic. We'll be growing at much faster pace on that side. So we are very confident that side, because we have all the basic elements which is needed for a company to succeed, which are already there. We had done all the hard work over the years. We made a strong foundation in terms of customers, in terms of our manpower, our resources, and of course in terms of the working capital and the finance. We are very strong, overall. That's what I would say. um, and on top of it, we are now in a we focus on a very niche industry and in niche domain. So of course within the IT itself, we our portfolio is very focused, and those are the portfolio which need high tech experiences. These are deep tech technologies. That's where we focus on, and we are agile enough, nimble enough, so that we take on the new projects, new challenges, and new things. So as the industry evolves. Yeah, please move further. Again, uh, right. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, this is something which anyone can just read through it, and um, although some of the names are mentioned, I won't say that is it a comparison. It may be a comparison towards the finance and others type, but it may not be a valid comparison as far as our technical expertise is concerned, right? Uh, and since we are operating in very niche domain, of course there is a very difficult to find a similar is with exact listed entity there. But still, for the sake of comparison, something has been written here. We had done more than 56 crore of top line in the March 25, and we have also maintained a excellent PAT, which is 12 plus CR INR, right? And if you will see that this type of PAT is only achieved by even with more bigger top line. What we focus in a company is, of course, we don't deal with the commodity business where your profits are low. We basically focus on a, niche high end technology side, wherein of course it brings the value. So that's, anyway, this is all public information right now. And what I would say that this coming year, of course, we are on a stronger growth path, and with the injection of the IPO working capital and everything, of course we're very confident that we're going to much faster rate. Anyway, we have been growing as such. Okay, next slide, please. Right. So management, I already talked enough about myself. So I carry, I mean, of course, there's a little bit of mistake here, but I carry. It's trying to say that I have like over 20 plus years of IT experience. It's written 13, but 13 years I have spent even just the managing the company itself. Um, then I'm a master of computer science from University of Delhi. And it got a very competitive exam, and we cleared it. Then before that, I worked with many multinational companies before I actually started my own journey, and also mentored some of the startups in India, which have been very successful anyway. And then over the year, I have stayed in 10 plus countries for a project work. So I know the different, I've worked with the customers from different cultures. Overall, I've visited almost 35 plus countries in my entire career. This is also rewarding, enriching, because the customer, the from the customer psyche from the different geographies, get to know those culture better, and then what they expect in terms of from the IT segment as well. And then Ragini is my co-founder, and she is also immense experience. Ragini, you want to talk about yourself? You're on mute.
Ragini ma'am,
Yeah, can hear you.
Yeah. So I've been managing Optivalue Tech for past 12 years almost, taking care of the administration, strategies, human resource, and other finance requirements of the company. Before this, I had worked with a multinational company as well, where I was handling the marketing of a particular segment of in that company. And so over the years, my learning experience with Optivalue Tech has been uh, when I joined, we were very young, and that time it was a learning curve for both of us. And what I learned was we have to always look at the growth while holding our strong points, our roots together. We have never left the areas of expertise ever. We have always had a very strong foothold in the areas where where our strength lies, and we have always considered, as our Indian custom says, customer is God. So we have always created this ambience in a company where we always treat our customers as priority. Whether our, if you talk in short, if I say as a managing the human resource of the company, if I'll tell you, I always try to handle my resources, my workforce, as well as my client in the perfect tandem where they both get satisfaction working with us. And I don't look at the present business as the present only. We always look at the business to as a repeat, there's probability of repeat business from them. So that is what I have learned in my 12 years in this company and overall 16 years working professional. This company has a lot of potential, as you would have seen. Ashish is very technologically very strong, and we are an IT company, so the conviction that we bring to the table is immense. Here, this is what our KRA lies in, that we cannot give up. We are very adaptive. We take up all new adaptations that come in the market. We are growing. We will grow, and we are not here to stop. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So rest of the team members are, I mean, we also have other board of directors, very experienced, and so yeah, we can move on.
Yeah, each one of us add value to this company, and the, as you have seen the kind of work that we have done in past, the numbers work speak for themselves.
Yes, so let's move on. What's the right? So I mean, this is again kind of public information. Is it? Um, yeah, I mean, the board of directors have been mentioned, holdings and everything. Anyway, this tech is going to be shared. I don't think I have to spend much on this slide now. Can move on. Yeah. So object of the issue. So we have carefully, summarized our growth plan, and basically what is the like the injection of the fund, what we are going to focus on. We have very thoughtfully calibrated based on looking at the customer expectation, getting all the experiences which have got over the years coming into picture. Um, what we of course say in this industry and the type of business, we of course have a huge need of a working capital. So the working capital, a handsome amount for the working capital is allocated because we need to hire more manpower, more sales, and more the technical consultants, and also to get the bigger projects. Probably need to have certain working capital already allocated so that we can take bigger projects in a parallel model. So we, of course, that's very important to have a good working capital in hand. so that the growth path is faster. Um, we have also felt that we all need of upgrading our the laptops assets, the servers. We also expend certain amount to have a powerful servers which will be used for the AI processing. Everything will be upgrading certain laptops which are, I would say, I would say, taking the which are aging, and some of them are aging, and then of course some of them needs an upgrade in terms of the capacity. So there is something there. Then, as I mentioned, we'll be working on to develop new products or new accelerator use cases. And especially around the video analytics and image analytics side of it. We have been always doing it, but we are just now trying to regularize and productize this one, and making it more mature, so that it gives us an ability to take those type of bigger projects, and also ability to sell that solution as well. We'll be also spending investing certain amount to set up a branch office, especially to enable that development of the new use cases from one premise. And then we are allocating certain fund towards the general corporate purposes. With the how this entire issue object of the issue is laid out, we are very confident that that's going to take drive our future growth, and that is calibrated in a well thought manner. Yeah, right. Okay, so that's it from the presentation side. Yeah, over to you, Vaishnavi.
Yes, thank you, sir, for the detailed presentation. Now we will start with the Q&A session. I request all the participants to post their questions in the comment box. Thank you. First question is from Mr. Tanish Shinde. The company recently received CMMI Level 5 certification. How does this differentiate you in client acquisition?
So yeah, I mean, this is just to again reiterate the quality processes which we follow, which is needed for the end-to-end project execution. So we have been always doing it, but of course, certificates are in a way to say that we are. I mean, that is certified as well. The quality processes which we are doing it. Of course, existing customers knows about those processes, but the new customers, of course, it when we go in there and produce certain certifications, of course, that helps in a way to acquire new clients and to acquire new projects, because then they are confident that we will be doing the work in a quality manner. So that is basically that's what I can say.
Okay. Next question. Harsha Joshi, what are the major risks in your business?
I would say basically um, mainly the external factors, like if there are recessions or major economic slowdowns which are coming, geopolitical factors, all those things can impact us. But I would say we still not very big enough to be majorly impacted. Plus we have a very niche portfolio, so even of course there will be some impacts, but I won't consider we are in a position to handle even those situations in a better way because of the large client base we have and the skilled manpower. That's what I would say that major risk has.
Next question. Sudeep Shastri, the company has built expertise in telecom, OSS, and BSS. How do you leverage this legacy strength across new sectors like banking and retail?
Right. So as I mentioned, we are a technology company. Some of the all the portfolios which are mentioned, like integration, the APIs, the cloud, DevOps, everything is actually a industry, like the specific industry agnostic. It can be applied in telco, banking, retail, healthcare, and everywhere. Telecom, we have highlighted specifically is because we just because we have had worked with many telcos, be it word of mouth thing, because we started our journey with the Korea Telecom implementation. Then we worked with France Telecom, Telia. So it just the connects which we made, of course, that led us to getting more and more telco side of it, and of course we gained certain domain experience. We also worked with major other industries. So yeah, so we are pretty confident. We have worked with all other sectors as such, right? And one thing I would say that when we say the telecom BSS OSS implementation, it's a quite complex and transformation journey, digital transformation journey, because it contains the entire spectrum of it. For a major telco, it has millions of subscribers, a lot of products to offer, very competitive business. So one company who has handled this thing well, I think they would be in a better shape to maybe implement certain less complex solutions. So it also requires a lot of patience, perseverance, and a lot of back and forth customer requirements. That thing. So we have handled that. So our guys are a better position to handle other requirements as such. But having said that, I won't say. I mean, this question is talking about new sectors. It's not like that. We have worked with all the sectors as such. Of course, the split of telecom, BSS, OSS, banking is a bit more than other verticals. Hope that answers.
Okay, sir. Before we continue to the questions, we will present the issue highlights. I request Kunal sir to please explain this. Kunal sir, you're on mute. So can you speak? Ragini ma'am, are you able to hear Kunal sir?
No, I'm not. Kunal, can you hear us?
Kunal sir, I guess actually we can't hear
Hello.
you.
Yeah, yeah,
Hello.
Kunal.
Now we can hear.
Okay. Hi. The anchor is basically opening on September 1, that is Monday, the next working day. And the issue is opening on September 2 and closing on 4. The price band of the issue is 80 to 84. So you can bid at the upper price band, which is 84. And the lot size is 1600. For the retail part, for the retail investors, you have to bid for a minimum 2 lots. So that is 3200 shares, and the face value is 10. The IPO size is 61,69,600. The total issue size at the upper price band is approximately 51.82 lakhs, 51.82 crores, and the post issue capital will be 23 crores and 41 lakh share, amount. And the reserved part for the anchor is approximately 17 lakh 36,000, and for the QIB part, including anchor part, is 29 lakh 4,000 shares out of 61 lakh 69,000 shares. The non-retail investors can bid for 8 lakh 88,000 shares, which is the reserved part, and for the retail part, 20 lakh 64,000 shares are reserved. And the market maker for the issue is Choice Brokers, and the reserved part is 3 lakh 13,600 shares, so making a total of 61 lakh 69,600 shares. So do you have any other slide, Vaishnavi?
No, sir. Thank you. We will
So
get back to the question.
yeah, so if anyone have any queries related to the issue, they can ask, please.
Okay. So next question is from Mr. Shantanu. What is the strategy behind diversifying into AI-powered drone analytics solutions?
Yeah, thanks, Shantanu. I'll take up this question. So it's more related to when we started the video analytics and image analytics part, and with with the interactions of the drone companies and camera companies and everything, we realize there is a big gap or a big technology solution gap over there, I would say. And with the advent of the high-powered AI solutions, the libraries which are offered, that is a this thing can be covered. But of course, it requires implementation and the expertise onto that side. So I would say that we had, based on our customer interactions, based on all our sales channels and everything, and we found that there's a big gap to basically venture into the video and image analytics part of it. We had always done analytics of text, voice, and everything, and provided value add to the customers. But this is a new use cases, especially on this segment, and we have a firm belief that this is going to be game changer. And as you know that this entire surveillance industry in India, be it drones, be it cameras, or the industrial inspection as such, it's a very in a nascent stage. There is a huge market over there, and next 4 or 5 years, that's going to be this entire gap is going to be plugged in. So yeah, based on all these inputs which have come, our experience, and since we had a firm technology background from this side anyway into AI side, so that was a logical progression towards this side. That's what I would say.
Okay. Next question. Arjun Verma, how are you leveraging cloud partnerships and alliances with global tech providers?
So yeah, so we are a system integrator company. So we are implementation partner with our customers. So we don't choose a cloud partner for them. What we do is that we suggest that what cloud provider can be useful or handy for their use case. We understand their use cases and basically suggest them what makes sense to go for AWS or GCP or any cloud provider. Of course, they also have to see what are the costs, implications, and everything. So we don't manage the cloud partnerships and alliances for them. Rather, we implement those whatever the customer chosen based on our inputs or their inputs. We help them implement in a manner so that their applications are robustly hosted, secured, and also optimizing their costs. That is our key strength. So as an implementer, yeah.
Next question. Chirag Pankal, average working capital cycle for the company.
Right. So right now, of course, with the fund,
Working
yeah.
capital.
Sorry. Yeah, Kunal, you want to handle this?
Ashish, I'll take up the question.
Sudhir will take up the question.
Okay. Okay. Please
Yeah.
go ahead.
The average working cycle of the company, if we say in terms of debtors, would be around 120 working days because the bigger projects require some bigger capital. And once the project is completed, then only the payment cycle starts with the company. So till that time, we have to have a working capital cycle.
Okay. Next question. Shankar Verma, who are your key customers and what is your current active customer base segmented by the category?
So we
I think,
right now we have 25 plus active customers. Plus we have certain customers who have, of course, they have been in touch, but right now there's no projects going on. We are working with all the major, the big system integrators in India, and we have been working with our international clients also some of the time sitting behind those large system integrators so that it shields us with from the liabilities or direct project impact. um, right, so that's uh, that's what it is.
Next question, please. Prathamesh Gandhi, how does Optivalue Tech ensure quality and on-time delivery across geographies?
So right now our entire team is is located from India. So before COVID, there was a different strategy. We were working mostly on the on-site and offshore model. After COVID, because the remote work has there was a more digital adoption and everything. The customers overseas are also comfortable giving us work in a remote manner as well. So the entire project is being handled through from India, with some occasional travel to understand some business and all. But we are mostly now doing the projects offshore. So we have also quite flexible workforce. We are basically working on the customer time zone as well. We are flexible, or sometimes, let's say, Middle East customer, we are working from Sunday to Thursday also to align with that. Sometimes we stretch hours so that we give the interacting time with the customer. So to answer this, of course, we are so all the entire workforce is actually operating from India. And of course, entire these workforce is mentored by the seniors, so we have a hierarchy. So that makes sure that the quality processes are adhered. And even the customer is across geographies, we are flexible enough to cater to certain overlapping times, so that we get that time, and the delivery can be happening every time. So yeah, that's what Prathamesh.
Okay. Next question. Vikram Sharma. What role does R&D play in your long-term strategy?
So we have, I would say that we have been doing certain tools and accelerators and some of the analysis and design ourselves in house always. Although we are not selling that accelerators and tools, as a separate product, but those are the things which convince customer to basically give more projects, because we are saying that we have certain automation tools, or we have certain things which can speed up the implementation, or also certain templates, or and there are processes which convinces customer that the quality is not compromised, and we can do the same work in a faster pace than maybe the peers. So that thing is always doing. Of course, now we are going to spend more time, or no, I would say certain more allocation will be happening to develop those accelerators or new version of it, the new products roadmaps, so that we can take a bigger scale of the projects into this. So the R&D definitely, I would say, is we're going to be playing a very big role, major role, and we have a well dedicated budget for it. We are not compromising from our other working capital or other projects which are going on, that will go on, and that segment will flourish. That will be assisted by R&D, and of course that the R&D thing will be contributing to the revenue in a coming time.
Okay. Next question. Rohan Kapoor. How do you review demand for IT consulting in tier 2 and 3 Indian cities?
So I would say, of course, the mostly we have been dealing with the international customers, so they really don't care that where the resources are actually working from. Uh, of course, what they need is that some of the support projects that need the secure premise and everything. But uh, with the advent of the, like, after COVID, more and more VPN and digital means are done to secure the code base and the communication and everything. So the overseas customers right now are quite open for they even don't know where these manpower is out of, and they don't care, and as long as we provide robust and infrastructure. We have also so I would say, even for resources working in tier 2 and tier 3 cities is fine. You will get the similar opportunity to work on these projects, until less there is a mandate from a customer to work from a particular premise. Um, yeah, that's it.
Next question, please. Rishi, to what extent does repeat business from existing clients contribute to annual revenues?
Yeah. So we have been getting repeat business, and once the transformation one project finishes for a customer, maybe for a year or a half years, I mean they focus on the support, then they come back again when the new project starts. So we have been always getting a repeat business. As I mentioned, some of the customers we started working from the very beginning, they are still our customers, and on the along the side we have added more customers. So far, I would say, we are not, the uh, we have been retaining and adding more and more customers. Now, of course, as far as the business in the different financial is concerned, that purely depends on the new projects which the customer is taking up. But yeah, I mean, but once they start a project, of course they have uh, us in mind, and then they contact us, and then if if we had the capability in terms of scale to do that project, that time we take it. Otherwise, whatever, we still maintain that relationship, and or maybe we take a smaller chunk. And so all those things are, always being discussed and considered. So we have been, to answer it, yeah, we have been doing repeat business, for sure.
Next question, please. Arav Banerjee, you mentioned plans for branch expansion in Bangalore. What is the strategic rationale behind this decision?
Right. So two things. One thing is that so far we have been taking greenfield development project, development design implementation projects, and mostly our role finishes once the project is live or the application is live, and after some time we support them. But we have not taken a longer term recurring support, maintenance, and that kind of project. What we realized it with some of the communication with the customer is that to take those long-term support projects, we need to have a secured premise with biometrics and certain, other secured infrastructure. Also, the data which is going to be stored, that also needs a secure premise for our servers to host, right? So because these will be dealing in the production data, so that they will not be, comfortable giving access to the product data to the folks who are not working centrally from one office. So we had this plan, so that's why we have, we are going for at least one major office where these type of projects are taken up. Secondly, we also mentioned about creating a this analytics products, and we are thinking to have a central team driving that, so that they can communicate to them with a better approach, and that ways. And Bangalore is, of course, a natural choice because it's a IT hub. We have access to a lot of talents, and also the, large customer base, which uh, would be the consumers for this kind of platform.
Next question. Astik Kumar, what are the company's three key growth priorities over next 3 to 5 years?
So we would like to take a bigger scale of the projects, taking more end-to-end implementation projects, which we have been doing, but we would like to take more and more of them. We would like to spend more time on to develop certain accelerators, products or solutions. I would say solutions which can be directly plugged and play to the customer use cases. So we want to do that. In terms of growth, of course, we want to increase our revenue, manifold plus, but without compromising on our the profits and everything. Uh, so we want to maintain the same profit with increasing our top line drastically. Even I would say, even the profit margin, we have an opportunity to optimize and make it better. We have certain strategies behind it. So this is what we want to, go forward from here.
Next question. Harsh, can ROE and ROCE above say 35 to 40% be sustained?
So I firmly believe yes. The reason is that we once we focus on more and R&D and also optimizing our internal processes and focus on more skilled manpower and since we deal with very niche domains and the solution which we are building do not have anyone will not have that kind of solution, right? We will be so with having these criteria or having this thing in mind, of course the margins are always going to be better. So I firmly believe that whatever ROE or something which we are maintaining, that is going to go upwards only, at least that much is of course guaranteed.
Next question. Deepankar Ghosh. Why the revenue fell in financial year 24?
Yeah, so
So I can
Sudhir, you
answer
want
this.
to, or Ragini,
Sudhir,
yeah,
maybe.
please.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
24 decline from FY23 because of the reason that there was certain revenue which was to be booked in FY24, but due to non-approval of timesheets from the vendors, from the customers, we could not book the revenue. So that's the reason the revenue from 23 declined. Otherwise, the revenue would have been approximately more in around 4 crores in excess of FY23.
Also, there were few hiring during that time that increases the cost. So, because we got a good project where we needed to hire some more manpower, because of that, I think and that came with a cost to it.
Okay. Next question. Is EBITDA margin of 30% sustainable moving forward?
Yeah, yes. I think I answered it that we the focus is of to maintain the same EBITDA while working to increase the top line. We are focusing on the niche technology. We are optimizing our internal processes, and we are working on certain solutions which can even, I would say that margins can even move forward, move upward. But yeah, I would say that this is sustainable, and I think I'm pretty confident it can go higher as well.
Okay. Next question. Kunal Dutt. My question is, do you see any pressure on margins as you scale up new products?
So there'll be certain fund allocation from our R&D budget, which we are basically going to develop in next 1.5 years, and that we are not compromising on our working capital. So that will be as go on. So that will be anyway working towards our existing business and service lines, and this the additional fund which we start working on these new the use case solutions which we are also working on a agile manner. So it's not like something which we are going to wait for 18 months to develop something and then go for the customer. We would rather iteratively work on the next version and start taking that project or start working on that solution already. And we also try to, at some point of time, we try to develop as part of the live project as well. So the in terms of that strategy, I don't see a pressure. In fact, if we are able to develop it faster, probably that can scale in the result in the higher top line, and also in the terms of margins as we are able to complete it faster.
Next question. Raghav Datta,
Thanks.
nicely explained. Thanks and best wishes.
Thanks, Raghav.
Vishal Agarwal, thanks and
Thank
best
you.
luck
Thank
for
you,
the
Shweta.
IPO. Looking forward. Thanks for the
Thank you.
presentation. I think we have covered majority of the questions. Thank you, Ashish sir. Thank you, Ragini ma'am. Thank you, Sudhir sir. And thank you, Kunal sir. All the best for the IPO. Thank you, everyone.
thank
so much.
you.
Thank you,
Thanks,
everyone.
thanks all the attendees for taking time and listening to us, and thanks for all the best wishes. And we would like to, work forward and move on the faster pace. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for all the encouragement. Thank you.
Thank you.